Okay, so I am barefaced right now. I have only applied my Witch Hazel Astringent, which I do first thing every day. And also my Origins Brighter by Nature Serum. As you can see, I've got a lot of discoloration throughout my face. Places where I did break out, but they are clearing up, but the color just hasn't gone away, which I do have tricks to make those go away. But I'm going to do that in a tips and tricks video completely on its own. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my foundation, and that is the MAC Face and Body Foundation, and it's water-based, so you want to shake it up because it does separate. And I apply this with my fingers. So I'm just going to take some and touch them and then place it all over my face. And if you see me not looking at the camera, it's because I'm looking at the mirror behind the camera. What I love about this foundation is that it is very thin, but it gives a nice coverage, and the finish is really like your skin. Sorry about that, I didn't realize that my kitchen was in the shot. So I'm sitting in front of the brightest light in my house, or I'm sitting in front of the biggest window in the house, and it gives me the best lighting, so I apologize. And go back over some of those areas. And as you can see, I'm pretty freckly, and they're not dark freckles, but I want those to show through because that is my skin. So this foundation allows that to happen, but it also cancels out the redness and the scarring. Okay, as you can see, I've gotten a lot of the redness cleared up, but there are still little pesky areas that I need to touch up, and I'm going to do that with concealer. First, I'm going to take a wet wipe and get the foundation off my hands since I did apply it with my fingers. And now I'm going to go in with my Garnier roller ball and just get my under eye area. I use 2 concealers every day on my under eye area. This one sort of hydrates, which is why I put it down first. It really is an opaque finish. I would say that it's very similar to the Face and Body foundation from MAC, but in a concealer form. It's brightness to the under eye area, but without making it look cakey. I just bought another product to try just the other day, which you'll probably see in an upcoming haul video, but it is the Age Rewind from Maybelline, and I actually really like it. I got it because I had seen just like 3 or 4 videos on it, and I decided to try it. So I have tried it, I really like it, so I'm going to show you now. It's really nice, and it's kind of a thinner formula, not as thin as the roller ball, but still quite a nice bright color. And it's also hydrating, but not as much as the roller ball. So I put this on top, and I try to go in the triangular motion as to create a spotlight on the front of the face. I don't know if you can tell because of the lighting in the room, but it did brighten my face up. So now I'm going to use yet another concealer for my actual discoloration on my cheeks, which isn't really that bad. Use my by Terry Touche Veloutee. Not even sure if I'm saying that right, but here that goes. And I used this on my cheeks and not my under eye. I want to keep pinker colors under my eye to brighten them and counteract any blues or just purpley dark colors. And I want to use something that matches my skin on my face because this is yellow based. The color is 3. But it matches my foundation perfectly, which I should have mentioned that the face and body is in shade C2. And if you see, it's going away really nice. Okay, because I do like to blend everything out with my fingers, I am using the same wet wipe to clean my hands again. It's nice to have wet wipes right beside you. So now I'm going to be using the first brush to apply the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten with, and I use the Sigma Kabuki brush. This one's in the old numbering, the SS182, but I'll put a link below to where you can get this brush now. So I'm just going to go right in and I would like to mention that the face and body foundation, if you are not oily, you don't really need to do this step. I get really oily, so I like to go ahead and just put a powder down. Moving around what I have on the brush already. You don't need a lot because you don't want it to be powdery looking. You just want it to look sort of airbrush and floss. The same brush, I'm going to go in with my bronzer, which is NARS Laguna. I'm almost done with this, but for the sake of just using one brush, I'm going to use the same one I put on my powder with. And I'm just going to swirl that in. And warm up the complexion. As you can see now, like this side of my face does just look more dimensional. This one looks flat and regular, and this one looks happy and healthy. Make sure to get your hairlines so it looks like it is really your color. And I do avoid where I applied that V because we want that part to stand out and look like a spotlight and make the rest look shaded in so that it disappears. I have a rounder face, so that is why I do that. If you have naturally nice cheekbones and structure to your face, you don't need to do that. Okay, and the last part of my face routine is to apply blush. And whenever I don't know what I'm going to do with my eyes, which I don't know what I'm going to do with my eyes yet, I always go for something that's just peachy but not too in your face. And today I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Happy Booster Blush in Natural. So that is what I'm using today. And for the sake of using a brush that is inexpensive, I'm just going to use the Essence of Beauty Control Powder Brush. It's just an angled blush brush. Blush brush. Anyway, I'm going to use that. I'm just gonna go right in there and I tap. I don't swirl because this is quite pigmented. And I just get some off the brush. Trying to make them look even. Okay, and then to help blend that out, I take that same kabuki again and just erase the edges or blend the edges. Okay. That is just my foundation routine. And in just a moment, I'll show you how I do the eyes.